Welcome back. And now moving on a little bit to our musical segment where we have our band with us today, Illusion or Wahm, and it's Karima Ibrahim and Hussam Hassan. And now we're going to take a listen with a new song it's the first time that they're actually singing, that's called El Hilm Al-Jadid, or The New Dream. So let's take a listen and see the song.
الحلم جديد بيدي وبيديك الحلم جديد بيدي وبيديك يلا نبني بلدنا بين شبابنا يعيد الحلم جديد بيدي وبيديك الحلم جديد بيدي وبيديك يلا نبني بلدنا بين شبابنا يعيد عايزين نعيد أمجادنا بإيدينا وإيدين ولادنا عايزين نعيد أمجادنا بإيدينا وإيدين ولادنا لشبابنا أو بناتنا ولو حتى صغيرين لو حتى صغيرين أنا مصري وابن مصري وافتخر يوم بأصلي أنا مصري وابن مصري وافتخر يوم بأصلي لو حتى بن غريب أو كنت في بلاد بعيد الحلم جديد بيدي وبيديك الحلم جديد بيدي وبيديك يلا نبني بلدنا بين شبابنا يعيد الحلم جديد الحلم جديد بيدي وبيديك بيدي وبيديك يلا نبني بلدنا بين شبابنا يعيد.
So today we have with us here a guest from Australia. Hello, Chelsea.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Tell me about your experience in Egypt.
Well, so far it's been really good. I only got here yesterday, but it's been absolutely beautiful and I love the people.
Oh, so have you heard anything about Egypt before you came?
Yeah, I heard quite a bit, but very, very vague things. My mum told me a lot about it, and it was very reassuring, and yeah, thought I should come along.
So your friends back home, what did they tell you?
Oh God, they told me the silliest things like, oh, stay out of bad places and bad things are going to happen, and I'm like, I don't think so. It's nothing like that, no.
Have you been talking to any of them so far?
Yes, they're really excited now that I'm here. They want to see all the photos, they just don't want to come here. So yeah.
So you'll be like a messenger?
Very much so, I hope so. Hope to inspire people to come here because it's a really beautiful country.
Are there any special places you're looking forward to see?
Specifically Sinai, and definitely the pyramids and everywhere else, but yeah.
What you gonna do in Sinai?
Well, we're just going to look around and get more of an insight. It's
so you're going to St. Catherine?
yeah.
About the archaeological sites like in Luxor or Aswan?
Yeah, I'm excited. I've actually done some research into that for school projects like the Saqqara bird. So yeah, it's been interesting and I can't wait to see it firsthand.
All right, so how long is your tour?
The tour goes for about 3 weeks, but I'm here for a month, so...
A month?
Yeah, pretty long.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's good to get a feel for it and then start delving into it. A lot of people don't come here for long enough to adjust.
That's right. Egypt is so big and it takes you from 2 to 3 weeks really to see the most interesting sites here, right?
Yes, definitely.
So from your words, I understand that you really like Egypt a lot. If you have a message to tell your friends back home, what will it be?
It'd be just to come here and experience it, because Australia does have a lot of misconceptions about this place, but really it's so beautiful and it's good for your cultural background. So yeah, I mean, a lot of kids feel that Australia is misconceived and people think that we ride kangaroos, and why wouldn't anywhere be the same? So yeah, definitely come and give it a try.
Thank you so much. I think also that we ride camels, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Chelsea, for your time.
Thank you very much. It's been an honor.
Welcome back. You're still watching Nile Cruise. The 7th edition of the Panorama of the European Film is taking place on November 19th till November the 29th. The Panorama of the European Film is an annual event that showcases award-winning feature and documentary productions from across Europe. We're discussing this topic. We're joined with Hala Almawi, cinema critic. I'd like to thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome.
So before we start our discussion, we'll be moving now to a report all about the Panorama of the European Film. I'll be returning back with our kind guest.
The Panorama of the European Film's 7th edition was opened, headed by Marianne Khouri. The ceremony was attended by a large number of moviegoers, outstanding last year's numbers.
The Panorama of the European Film is the premier film festival in Cairo showing European movies. So every year it's the largest amount of movies that are being projected and the largest amount of projections, and we hope that this year will even more surpass the previous years. And the European Union is contributing directly to the financing of this festival by about 40% of its budget.
Marianne Khouri, head of the Panorama of the European Film, gave an opening speech where she thanked the attendees for coming to the Panorama of the European Film 7th edition, especially that this year's movies are very diverse and unique.
Well, I think we're very optimistic. The Panorama always had really good feedback with the audience. Last year we had over 10,000 admissions, and we're confident that this year it will be the same. And regarding the selection, we try to be as diverse as we can while limiting the Panorama to the European films.
Mais le français, hein? Le français, on a toujours des lettres à écrire.
The Panorama of the European Film continues with its program, airing the 1959 French film The 400 Blows, and also many other films including Dutch shorts, The First to Fall and The Dark Valley.
Vous savez ce que c'est?
Oui, je suis père de famille.
I think the movie is quite talks for itself. It's not a complex film. The story is not complex. It portrays a very important era in France, and it also portrays a very important era for cinema, French cinema. Truffaut was one of the great French directors, so it's important. I think it's important for the audience here to discover his work, to discover these classic films. The story itself is quite simple. It's either a story that you relate with or you don't. Either you relate with the main character, the young boy, or you don't. But as a work of art, it's a very important thing to discover. So I'm happy that this film is part of our program this year.
The Panorama of the European Film this year has outdid itself, as this year it has aired a very diverse collection of European films, whether old they were or new. The 7th edition of the Panorama of the European Film continues with its program, airing the French movie The 400 Blows, a movie that was produced in 1959, a movie that left the audience baffled and amazed. Film critics also have enjoyed this movie. Noor Hussein for Nile TV International.